Good morning, Cor. Morning, Stephen.
Good morning. How are you? We're excited.
How are you both this morning, okay?
Yeah, good, thank you.
Yeah,
Good.
great, thank you. We've been having a little chat, so it's fine, thanks.
And the Peak minibus, which we use to transport all the food and the meals and the wellbeing packs out to the different communities across Glasgow.
And Michaela, am I right in saying you started off being supported by Peak and are now the CEO?
You are, yes. I started Peak, well, this is actually our 20th birthday this year, so we will be celebrating that at some point, I'm sure.
What a brilliant rise, though, from being, helped by the charity right the way through the system to become the CEO. I think that's absolutely fantastic.
Yeah.
And Michaela, what sort of particular challenges have your service users been facing with coronavirus? Tell me a little bit about what's been happening up there.
We work with a lot of single parent families as well, so families that may not have family support or community support as well. So with the crisis and the lockdown and kids being out of school and in homes, it's been pretty difficult for our families. Our families don't have disposable income to go and bulk buy, so that was one of the first instances. So basic food items they couldn't get, so we've been able to provide that.
Did the National Emergencies Trust funding really help you? Did it come quick enough, and do you need more?
Yeah, it absolutely helped us. So as well as the food, a lot of requests, were for things like baby food. It was for nappies. It was, basic sanitary products for girls and young women as well. So getting that funding allowed us to bulk buy that. The days are going by so quickly. It feels long, but they're going by so quickly. So we need to be rapid in our approach to things.
Cor, maybe I could ask you just to tell me a little bit about what the charity does and how maybe the NET has been sort of helping you recently.
I'll cut a very long story short, but yeah, 7 years ago, sepsis picked a fight with me and looked like he was winning, but last minute got a reprieve and here I am. But the downside was I lost my legs and my hands. So my brothers in their wisdom decided that could be a purpose for me, and we set up Find Your Feet 6 years ago. So originally it was just to try and chat to people and fill in those blanks and tell people what to expect. And it's just grown kind of 3 arms and legs. It's just grown beyond belief. We have about 60 clubs, or we had about 60 clubs a month.
And what's it sort of been like to support everyone virtually with the service, Cor? Has that been a challenge? Can you still have some sort of or enough contact with them to be able to reassure and to make sure everyone's feeling supported?
For a good percentage of them, yes, absolutely. There's a good few that find the whole Zoom call, particularly on a bigger group. It's not so bad when it's small like this.
Charlie's just popped up on his camera. He's busy preparing something delicious by the looks of things. Hi, Charlie.
Hello. Can we hear me?
Hello.
Yeah, I'm good.
Good, Charlie. Sorry, the time doesn't stop for you. You still got to prepare meals. How many are you doing?
Well, we are touching about 4,000 freshly prepared meals a week. It's actually we have support from a couple of local businesses, like Michaela was saying. So the van can do between sort of 200 and 400 a day.
How many meals, Charlie, do you have to cook yourself a day?
The record, I think the record we did with one other actually was probably about 900.
900 meals in a day.
It's possible.
Stephen, I gather how many years ago was it you came off your motorbike?
1979 I came off my motorbike.
And Stephen, it's Mental Health Awareness Week this week. Have you yourself had to battle some mental health issues through your injuries and things like that? Because obviously, again, totally understandable that your life kind of gets turned upside down within a moment. How have you personally dealt with that?
Just a couple of years ago, not long after I joined Finding Your Feet, I found myself really in quite a deep hole. I really suffering badly from depression, anxiety, and I wasn't coping well at all. Suicidal, if I'm being honest, and the West of Scotland Mail, you don't really want to show weakness or reach out for help. It saved my life. It's been absolutely wonderful, and I'm in a much better place now because of it.
Good, Stephen. Well, I'm glad to hear that. And what was the biggest bit of support for you, Stephen? Was it Michelle listening and you being able to sort of talk to her about your problems, or was there other areas, things that she provided you that were a really useful support? Because one of the things we're trying to encourage people to do is just have that first conversation. And I just wondered for you, that first conversation with Michelle, did the dark clouds lift a little bit and you think to yourself, my God, I can talk about this, it's okay?
Yeah, I think so. I think just being able to reach out initially to make that appointment, was the massive step. And then a big burden was you know, lifted right away, and the fact that I could share with somebody, you know, who wasn't judging me, and change my thinking as well, because there's a lot of guilt and blame stuff.
Hopefully inspired a few home cooks, and it's certainly taken the pressure off parents, for sure. You'll know yourself, the hardest time is dinner time.
Yeah. It depends what's on the table though, Charlie, isn't it? And that's the thing. If you put something on, if your parents put something on that the children love, you know, dinner time goes very well. But if you put something on the table they don't want to do, that's another ballgame. Individuals react in all sorts of different ways, don't they? And you can never quite tell how everyone's going to react to that bad news when they wake up and realise that they're missing a limb. It's something that I've tried to understand and imagine how some of the guys come back from operations and things like that, how they go through that process and understand it, because your life must change, you know, in a second. And so thank goodness, you know, Finding Your Feet is there to kind of look after all those people who, like you guys, who've suddenly woken up and realised that you know, life is very different now. But Corey, if I may say so, you are a huge inspiration from what you've achieved and what you've set up. I'm so pleased to have the chance to speak to you and know that there is someone out there doing phenomenal work for those who have lost their limbs in Scotland. And I'm so pleased the NET have found you and you found them, and that relationship is helping. It's lovely to speak to you both. I'm conscious Charlie needs to get on and prepare a load of meals, but well done to both of you giving up your time and putting in so much or so many hours to support everyone around Glasgow. It's really fantastic what's going on up there, and I wish you guys the very best. And again, as I've said to other NET projects, I hope when I find myself up in Glasgow in the near future, I can come and see you guys in person and congratulate you on all the hard work you've been doing.